Hey everybody, this is your girl, Mrs. Toy Banks, the world's most satisfied wife. That's right, I'm satisfied. And today I want to share with you another reason why I'm so satisfied. Why am I so happy? Why am I always so satisfied? I'm going to tell you why. Because I just get over it. I get over. I get over myself. I just get over the arguments. I get over the foolishness. I don't sweat the small stuff. I don't. The one thing that my husband and I both do is we get over it. We learn how to do it. I mean, we crack up. We literally crack up at this dumb stuff that we used to argue about. I mean, some of the stupidest stuff. And early on in your marriage, and I can tell for some of those who are married between, 1 and 5 years, I mean, you're arguing over territory, over space. You're arguing over time. You're arguing over, some of the dumbest stuff, the toothpaste, the toilet, just dumb stuff that doesn't mean anything at all. I just get over it. And how do I do that? I don't sweat the small stuff. I don't. So what me and my husband, we've decided to do is that when we have a disagreement, we have to sit right here at this counter, and we could not leave this counter until we have settled the issue and came to a compromise, even if it's to divorce, which we're not divorced and we ain't going nowhere. But we've decided that we're not leaving that table until we come to a compromise. Because the Bible says, do not let the sun come down upon your wrath. And I really, now that I'm married for 22 years, I really understand exactly what that means. Because you can be upset and so mad at something and so angry, right? And I used to have this problem. I just didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to deal with confrontation. So I would just go silent. He would ask me what's wrong with me, and I would say nothing. And really something was really wrong with me, and I just wouldn't say anything. And I would just let it go and would not talk about it. Well, by the next day, I'm bawling. I'm on fire. I'm ready to cut, like, dice somebody. And then you still don't talk. Another day go by. A week go by. A month go by. And oh my gosh. Before, it was just this little bitty seed of a problem. Now, you got a big oak tree sitting in your yard that now you got to cut down. Now you don't even know what the real true problem is, because you got all this dumb small stuff stacked on top of it because you never dealt with the root of the problem. And so I advise you, if you are married, get to the root of the problem and start from this day forward to just get over it. Decide, okay, because sometimes I remember when my husband and I first started getting over just the small dumb stuff. And one day, after we've gotten the practice of this, I held something a little bit longer, and he looked at me and he said, you ain't let that go yet? You need to cut it out. And it was like, I kind of came to myself, and I was like, why am I still holding on to that? We came to a compromise. And I had to say to myself, girl, let it go. And I let it go. And guess what? I've been letting it go ever since. And sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes there are times where it can be a little more difficult than others, but I made a decision that I'm not letting the small stuff destroy such a great marriage. I mean, really think about what you have. Really think of, they say that when whatever you focus on, that's what you're going to have. They say if you're in an accident, right? So say if you're spinning out of control, you're sliding on ice, or, you're in a snowstorm and you're sliding and it's a big tree right there. And they said, if you keep your eye on that tree, guess what? You're going to hit it. Why? Because that's what you're focused on. But if you focus on the area like some grass, that's where you want to end up on. They said, keep your eye on that, because 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up on the grass. But if you stay focused on that tree, guess what? You're going to hit that sucker dead on. And it's only your fault, because that's what you're focused on. I remember there was a time that I was so upset with my husband. I mean, I was on fire. I used to work at the plant, and I was on the line building cars or whatever, and I was just on fire. I would call my sister, call my friend, just going off, just was so mad at him. And when I got off the phone, it was like the Lord spoke to me. He said, "Does he do anything right?" And it just grabbed me. And I was like, at first, no, he don't do nothing right. He'll never do nothing right. But then I sat there and I got to thinking, and I started thinking about all the things that he does that is right. Like my husband takes care of his family. He spends time with his kids. He works hard to take care of us. I mean, look at my kitchen. He gutted this entire kitchen out and rebuilt it. He built us a new garage. He built the kids. The old garage is the kids' bedroom now. Okay. I mean, this man laid new carpet, painted, knocked down walls, painted walls. I mean, he keeps up the grass. I don't ever think about gutters. Gutters? Who thinks about gutters? I don't, because my husband takes care of that stuff. Grass? Never think about it. Hey, there's a crack in the concrete? Never think about it. I don't think about those things. And those are the things I started to focus on. And I'm telling you, God had inspired me to write down the things that he was really good at. And I had this, those little yellow notepads. I had one of those, and I started writing all of those things that he was great at. And when I finished, the most interesting thing happened. I forgot about what I was mad at him about. And I started smiling again. And you know what? I picked up the phone and I called him and I said, "Thank you for being such a good husband, a good father to our kids. Man, I love you and I appreciate you. So glad I married you, boy. Big Daddy." All because I changed my focus and I decided to not sweat the small stuff and to just let it go, girl. Let it go. Let it go. I mean, really think about what you have. I mean, listen, everybody's not perfect. Neither are you. I mean, I am perfect. I'm amazing, okay? I make absolutely no mistakes, okay? Okay, all right. I'm lying. But listen here, he's going to make mistakes too, and so are you. So get over it. Don't you want him to get over you and the things that you do that are wrong? The mistakes that you make? I mean, it's interesting. Sometimes we can be so selfish. We want someone to forgive us. We want someone to let those dumb things that we do just go. We want them to forget about it. But we don't want to forget about the errors that other people make, like our husband. Guess what? God already said it. They're going to fail you. It's not if, it's when. You're going to fail them and they're going to fail you. So you might as well already get yourself prepared to forgive them and restore the marriage. Listen, this is why I'm satisfied. I'm just trying to help you get satisfied. I decided I want to be satisfied in my marriage. I want love, peace, and joy. And guess what? I get that because I just get over it and I focus on the beauty that's really right there in my face. I have a beautiful family, a healthy family. I'm thankful to God that my children are healthy, that my husband are healthy. I'm healthy, that we're in our right minds, and that we're not hungry. We got a roof over our head, clothes on our back, shoes on our feet. I mean, come on, girl. You're blessed. Husband, you're blessed. Your wife is not all that bad. Just think about all the great things about her. Wife, think about the great things about your husband. That's what's going to keep your marriage in a place of satisfaction guaranteed. Listen, that's why I'm so satisfied. Well, I'm Mrs. Toy Banks, the world's most satisfied wife. I hope this helped you. And until we talk again, I'm in for a better wife, better life, helping you balance it all. God bless you.